Hello students, today we are going to start our topic multiplication of fraction from our second chapter. But before that, let us revise our previous topic, that was addition and subtraction. So for that we converted the fraction into like fractions by taking a common denominator. We did it in two ways, by taking LCM or by cross multiplication. So if we start with the cross multiplication, we have to take a common denominator that comes in the table of 4 as well as in the table of 6. So we multiply the denominators. 6 4s are 24. So we can check it also comes in the table of 4 and as well as in the table of 6. 4 6 are 24, 6 4s are 24. So in cross we have to cross multiply. Start with the right side. 6 11s are 66 and 4 7s are 28. If you have to subtract these two numbers, you will get 38 by 24, or by cutting the answer is 19 by 12. If you have to take the LCM of the both denominators, you will get the LCM is 12. So you can take LCM means the lowest common factor. You will get the lowest number that comes in the table of 4 as well as 6, and the multiplication is easy by taking the small number. 4 3s are 12. You have to divide the denominator and multiply it by the numerator. Divide 4 and 12, you will get 3 11s are 33, and in this case 6 2s are 12, 2 7s are 14. The answer is 19 by 12. Okay, now let us start the multiplication of fraction. Multiplication of fraction is very easy. It is just the product of numerators and divide by the product of denominators. For example, I take an example, 3 by 5 multiply by 15 by 6. So I said this is product of numerator and product of denominator. What is the product of numerators? 15 3s are 45, 6 5s are 30. When you will cut these both numbers, you will get 3 by 2. You can make it more easy by doing the cutting earlier. Okay, let us do it again. 3 by 5 into 15 by 6. But always remember, the cutting is only possible if you take a numerator and a denominator. You cannot cut a numerator with a numerator or denominator with a denominator. So the cutting between 5 and 15 is possible. How can I cut this? 5 1s are 5, 5 3s are 15, and 3 and 6 the cutting is possible. It is also 3, here is also 3. You can take either of the 3 and you can cut it with the 6. 3 2s are 6. So you will get product of the numerator and product of denominator. 3 1s are 3 and 2 1s are 2. There are various ways in which the question is asked. For example, the question can be find 3 by 5 or 7 by 5. So this is same. It means you have to find the answer by multiplying these both fraction. 3 by 5 into 7 by 5. If you see the no cutting is possible, you have to simply multiply the numerators and denominators. 7 3s are 21 and 5 5s are 25. And second type is find the product of 3 and suppose 5 1 by 5. So the product means multiply. You have to multiply these both fraction. This number has no denominator, so you have to put 1, because 3 divided by 1 is always 3. Do not put here 0. So you have to multiply this, convert this mixed fraction. You will get 5 5s are 25 and 1 26 by 5, and the answer is 78 by 5. If no cutting is possible, just multiply the numerators and denominators. And the third way, it can be by asked by the figure. For example, if you have to write a fraction for these figures, how will you write? You'll see that one part of these three is shaded. So this is 1/3 of this circle. 1/3 of this circle is shaded. So you are getting two equal figures. So I can write 1/3 of this circle is shaded, and I get twice the figure. So this figure is 2 times. So the answer is 2 by 3. Let us check with this figure. This figure also has 3 parts. The total parts are 3 and the 2 are shaded, which is 2 by 3. So we'll get our left hand side and right hand side equal. So the question can be asked in the form of diagram or the above parts. There are few common mistakes in the fractions. First we will do in the case of addition and subtraction. For example, I take 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5. Many times we see the students just add the numerators and add the denominators and take the result as 4 plus 2 6, 5 plus 3 8, which is wrong. Sometimes they convert it into like fraction, taking a common number that comes in both tables. For example, the number is 15, but they do not do the next step, that is multiply or cross multiply or divide and multiply. They just take the numerators 4 plus 2 6 by 15, which is always wrong. Another mistake, that is they cut the numbers in the case of addition and subtraction. For example, I write 5 plus 4. If this is the case in any fraction, they cut the numbers numerator and denominator, and the result here becomes 5, which is wrong. What should be the result? Result should be 5 plus 4 by 2, that is 5 plus 4 9 by 2. So you can clearly check that we are getting two different results. So cutting is not possible in the case of addition and subtraction. You have to do only when you see multiplication in fractions. Okay, so in the case of multiplication there are also few mistakes. For example, I take 4 by 5 into 8 by 7. So here the cutting, we are not seeing any pair of numerator and denominator that should be cut. So they cut 4 1s are 4 and 4 2s are 8. This is also wrong. You have to cut only numerator with the denominator. Take any of the numerator and either of the denominator, and you have to cut only numerator and denominators. One more common mistake that is seen in addition and subtraction is mixing up the LCM and cross multiplication method. For example, if I take example 11 by 4 or 7 by 6 that we did previously, the LCM of these two numbers is 12. So then we do not cross multiply the numbers. For example, 11 6 is 66, 7 4 is 28. This is also wrong. You can only cross multiply when you get a denominator as the product of these two numbers. For example, we did earlier 6 4s are 24. Then you can say 66 minus 28. You can cross multiply. 6 11s are 66, 4 7s are 28. Okay, do not take the LCM. If the LCM is the product of these two number, then you can cross multiply. Cross multiply is only possible when you have 6 4s are 24. Then if you multiply these both denominators and took it as common denominator, you can multiply the above portions. 6 11s are, or otherwise you have to do divide and then multiply, which is in the case of 12 that was divide. If you take the LCM, divide 4 and 12, that is 3 11s are 33. 6 and 12, when you divide 12 by 6, 2 7s are 28. Okay, I hope you understood our topic. Thanks.